As cliche and corny as it sounds, is you really have to do the things that make you happy. Like it really bothers me when I talk to people and they're on diets and they're on this and they hate it and I hate eating this and I have to eat it. Like, then don't. Like, you don't have to, unless you like your doctor tells you like you physically have to eat this to stay alive. You don't have to. You just have to be smart about things. Like, if you want ice cream, eat your ice cream. Just don't eat 3 bowls of ice cream. Like, there has to be discipline involved in it. Like, but if you're not going to do things that are making you happy, you're going to make bad decisions, or you're going to go over the edge at some point. It's inevitable. You will. We've all done it in whatever it is, whether it's food, whether it's alcohol, whether it's spending money, whatever it is. At some point, you're going to go overboard. So that really would be the ultimate. And like, whatever you're doing, it just has to make you, at the end of the day, it has to make you happy, whatever that is. You know what I mean? There's people every day that get up and go to jobs they hate. And I understand that. I know I'm not in that position, but I've also worked to make myself not be in that position. And I know that's not everybody can't do that. And I totally understand that. But I hate when people say, oh, you're so lucky. Oh, you're so lucky you get to do what you do. And I'm like, not really, because maybe me like starting from scratch is to you, because I'm on a certain, echelon, or I'm on a certain level to you, but you probably don't know what the hell it took me to get here and what I do daily to maintain this and all that other stuff. Those kind of things bother me. And people say, oh, I hate what I do, but you're so lucky to do what you do. I'm like, and maybe not doing what I do, but I'm sure there's something else you can do, and you just got to be, willing to put that work in. Not to say it'll happen and everybody's gonna, flourish and be super successful at what they do. It's not there's a billion DJs out there, and how many are super successful on and when I say super successful, I'm only using that on as a on a level where somebody is, or of somebody. Doesn't mean, there's people we've never heard of that are more successful than the people we know that we think are super successful. But I'm only using that term, super successful, just to make the point is that, not everything is as it seems ever. And there's a lot of work involved. And yes, certain people are in positions in life where they have their dream job and others don't. But there's a reason for that. You know what I mean? I don't have the answer. I just know for me, how I got here was just working my ass off. And like you said, making sacrifices and doing anything I knew that would get me to where I wanted to be, and really put in the work and practice to make sure that I can survive, because I don't know what else I can do, to be honest with you, at this point in my life. And my whole life has been music, since I'm out of high school. So this is all I know, but this is the number one thing I know how to do, and I do it well, and I still treat it like it's something I need to work at. I don't take it for granted ever. I don't mail it in. I don't, I'm down here every day doing work, whether it's edits or whether it's, doing my radio shows. I don't, sit and practice for hours, but if I do, it's on the camera on Twitch, you know what I mean? So I'm always working. I do still treat this. I still love it. I still treat it with respect. And this is still what I want to do. So I'm going to do everything in my power to make sure that I can do it. Which is all these things we've spoken about. This whole conversation is all a big, ball that lets me do what I'm still able to do and still born to do. I'm not looking to impress people. I'm just really, from the time I put that anxiety post out, and I've had so many people come and be like, oh my God, thank you for sharing. And, I can't believe you did. And da-da-da. And I just, why not? Like, what am I running from at this point? Like, I do know. And I mean, ever since that, it's really opened my eyes to see that so many people hold stuff in, and understandably so. There's various factors of whatever it is you're holding in. Something is preventing you from just saying it or letting it out. And I get that. For me, I'm just not that I don't care. I obviously care, but It's just, I feel at this point, like I said, right off the start, if it can help one person, like you said, if one person will watch this and be like, shit, like I'm in the same position as this guy, whether they know who I am or not, doesn't matter. Yeah, if it can help one person change, well, not even change, just realize that they're not alone. That's a big thing. You know what I mean? And that was the biggest problem when I, you know, made my stuff public, my struggle public, was that I never had anyone before that ever tell me anything about that. So that's why I never knew what the hell was going on with me. I just chalked it up to whatever. You know what I mean? It was just whatever. I never said a word to anybody. Nobody ever said a word to me. There was never another DJ or artist or anything that I ever noticed or heard or saw that was going through something like that. So ever since that, it's just really, I'm at the point now where like, it doesn't matter to me. Like if you ask me a question, I'm just going to be honest, because that's just the way it is. Like somebody else out there is exactly like me. Somebody out there is exactly like me. It's even like yesterday, as simple as I just posted a Serato question, just because I've been dealing with something with my Serato, and so many people hit me up out of the blue. Yeah, me too. And I answered, I was like, well, how come nobody ever said anything? Like if everybody's dealing with this same issue and nobody says anything, so nothing gets accomplished. So and trust me, I'm not a wide open book like that in general. I'm a very, very quiet person. And it takes a lot to get information out of me. But once I do, this happens. So in these situations, I'm cool. I'm calm. There's zero anxiety. I'm good. But yeah, in general, like on a personal level, I'm very quiet. I'm not necessarily the opposite, but I'm a toned down version of this. So when I get these opportunities, and if I feel good and stuff, then ask me anything and I'll say whatever. You know what I mean? Because at this point, it doesn't really matter. And I just feel like information is better out there than just kept inside.